Hi lovelies, in this video I'll be teaching you how to make this simple wide leg pant with stylish design. To make this, you'll be needing about 4.5 to 5 yards of fabric. I'm actually making this for someone. This is the final result of what I made from it, right? I was given 4 yards to make this, so that is why I said you need about 4.5 to 5 yards depending on your height. So let's get started. I had to fit the trouser to show you the final result. It's slightly looking shorter on me because it is not actually mine. Now the first step you're going to take is to go ahead to mark out your trouser full length. So the trouser full length I'm making for this person is about 40 inches, right? So after that, I will be minusing 2 inches from the upper part. Now these 2 inches will be serving as the trouser band. I will add it back to the trouser in form of the band of this wide leg trouser. So I'll go ahead to place my tape and I will mark 2 inches, right? So just like I said, I'm taking out 2 inches from it, which I will replace it back in form of a band for the trouser. Now from there, whatever measurement you're taking, you're placing it at -2, right? -2 inches, that is the 2 inches for the band. So from that point, I'm going to mark my hip point. To get your hip points for a trouser is about 8 inches. I will mark. So after marking this now, the next step is to get my trouser crotch. To get that, you can sit on a flat surface to measure, or you can divide your hip measurement by 4. Hip I'm working with is 40. If you divide it by 4, it will give you 10 inches. Since it's a free trouser, what I will do is to add 1 inch. So what I used was 11 inches, right? That is your crotch depth plus extra 1 inch, because this is a free trouser, right? So now the next step is to mark your front crotch extension. Get your front crotch extension is your hip measurement divided by 16. What I have is 2.5 inches. I'll mark this starting from the upper part of my pattern all the way to the crotch. So I'll just place my ruler and I will connect. So this is what I have here now. So after marking this, place your tape and come up by 1 inch here. Place your ruler, connect to that point. So we are trying to create like the crotch curve. This is what I have for the front part of this measurement. Now the next step is to insert your body measurement. Mark your hip measurement divided by 4 and add extra 1.5 to 2 inches. That is the same measurement you mark on the waistline of your pattern, right? Now that measurement I have, that is what I will take all the way down to the full length of my trouser. So that is the only measurement you need here. That means to get the full length of your trouser, it's your crotch extension plus your hip measurement and your sewing allowance. Now after this, I'll just go ahead to cut out. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So at this point now, what I'll do is to come down by ½ inch. Remember, at that point where we minused 2 inches, I'll come down by ½ inch there, connect it to the new waistline, and I will cut out. And by the side, I will go ahead to trace out the sides of this pattern. And after cutting this out, I'll go ahead to slash the front. I'll slash the front and then go ahead to place this on another fabric. Now to cut the back pattern, what you're going to do is to place your pattern on top of another folded fabric and you're going to take your measurement. Now at the upper part of this pattern, I will add extra 1.5 inches. This will serve as the butt allowance. You know you have a butt at the back and it is bigger than your front. Then connect it to your waistline. Now at the front crotch, I'll add extra 2 inches to this measurement. Then connect it to the front crotch. For the back crotch extension, I added extra 2 inches this way, just like you see me doing. Now after connecting this is what I have. This is the only thing you need to cut out for this trouser. Then you now go ahead to trace it out. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Then I'll go ahead to cut out the sides and then cut out the excess I don't need at the front, then slash this open. Now the next step is to join this together. I'll be joining the front with 1/2 inch and then join the back with 1/2 inch also. After joining this, I will go ahead to open this up, and this is what I have. Right now, I will place the front and the back together. We're going to join the sides with 1/2 inch, right? Join it all the way from the lower part to the upper part. After joining this side, you're going to join the other side also with 1/2 inch. You're also going to place this part, make sure your trouser aligns, then you stitch with 1/2 inch. For the extensions by the side of this dress, there are two ways of making it. So first of all, you need to cut out your fabric. You need to cut probably like 7 inches on fold or 8 inches. Then you fold it in this way and iron it. So due to the fabric that the person gave me is roughly 4 yards, it wasn't enough to like use this method to add the extension. But when you're making it, you want to cut like 8 inches on fold or 7 inches on fold, and then fold it in, iron it out this way, just like the dress. You're going to use it to make the extensions. You have to make enough to attach to the dress. I'm going to show you another method to create your extensions in case your fabric is not up to 4.5 or 5 yards of fabric. Now place your tape. You're going to remove that -2, then mark your hip point because it started slightly at the hip point. Then I'll mark that point. Now depending on what you have here, I have roughly about 13.5 inches. I'll come in by 5 inches. This 5 inches is not a standard. Just consider what you have at the front part of your dress. You will know exactly what you're going to use depending on how wide the person's body is. So I'll just connect this all the way to the upper part. After connecting this, I'm going to come down by 3 inches. You can use 2.5. Then after connecting, I'm going to mark at least 2.5 to 2 inches before I attach the next extension on the dress. So the next step I'll take is just to go ahead and I will connect this all the way down. After connecting this, now you want to mark where your pocket will start. So your pocket should at least start like 3 inches downward, and mark where your pocket will stop. Your pocket can be like 8 to 10 inches. So after your pocket, leave about 1.5 inches. Then I will measure 2 inches from the initial line I have, and I will curve it. All this is where I'm going to add all these extensions to. Now you also want to repeat the same measurements. Mark all those where those points touches the back. You repeat all these things on the other side of your trouser also. Go ahead to take this measurement you have here, then place it back at the back pattern this way. Then you're going to mark it at the back of the trouser. I took that measurement because the back trouser is wider. If I come in from 5 inches here, the design will not align with the front, right? So I'll just go ahead and curve this out. After curving this out, I will go ahead and mark the next one, which you have like 2.5 inches. Please, this measurement is not a standard. Consider the person you're making the dress for, or if you're making the dress for yourself, your body size, before marking all this. So I'm using 2 inches for the next one, and I'll mark this all the way down, then connect it from where it's supposed to start. Now the next step is to add your extension to the trouser, right? So I said I'm going to show you the second method, which I used because the fabric the person gave me was not really enough to make this. I realized that after cutting this and ironing it, so I went ahead to like fold out the edges and attach, because when I attached it at first, it didn't really give me the fullness I was going for, and I had little fabric remaining, right? So normally you're meant to like cut out 8 inches or 7 inches on fold, iron it, place it this way, and then stitch following all these lines now that you have marked, all the way from the front to the back and all the to the rest of the dress, right? following all those lines. So just like I said, the fabric was not really enough, so what I did was to cut out 4.5 inches, fold out one edge. So you can go ahead to weave this out if you have a weaving machine directly in your, if you have a weaving machine, then weave this out and then attach this on your trouser following those lines. So just like I placed on the other side, I went ahead to place this and stitch it following the lines. So those lines will serve as a guide. You're going to place it from inside out. So after placing it and stitching, what you will do is to fold here in, and you're going to fold out the edge. That is folding your trouser. Make sure that the right side is facing the right side, just like you see me doing here. Make sure the extension is facing the right side. Then you fold the hem of the trouser. Now you're also going to repeat the same exact thing here. You're going to attach these extensions to the other side. So just like you see me doing, you're going to place it this way so that by the time you flip it, the right side will be the side you'll be seeing, and then you follow the marks and the curves that you already marked out from the beginning to the end. So after placing and stitching it, that is when you can now go ahead to fold the lower parts of the trouser. So what I'll do now is to go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch that and then fold the lower part of this trouser. After I'm done attaching, this is what I have. Then next we are going to attach the side pocket. So I've already cut this out. Now for my pocket, what the measurement I used is 10 by 10 inches. Then I went ahead to fold the upper part. So I'm going to be placing it here. Now I have already ironed 1/2 inch in so that it will be easier for me to attach. Now when I'm placing my pocket, I'm going to be adding an extension. Now from this side, I'll fold it in by 1/2 inch, creating a triangle at that point. I want to give it a slight curvy effect. Now go in with your pin and hold it down. So also on the other side, I have ironed it out also so that it will be easier for me to stitch when I'm making it. Now before making this, I will come in by 1 inch from the last extension, right? So I'm going to pin this down. From here also, see how I'm going to fold in here like a triangle, a little triangle here. I want to create like a slight curve by the side, and I'm going to pin this down. I'll pin it down. By the time you fold it in like a small triangle, you're going to make like have like a little curve at that side on both sides of your pocket, right? So after pinning this, now you notice there's a rope, right? There's a rope by the side of that trouser. Now what I did was to make a little rope, and I will go ahead to add it by the side this way, and I'll pin it down. Then I'll also add at the other side and pin it down. So when I'm stitching, I'm going to stitch it together. It will not be that rope that is coming out by the side of the trouser, right? So I'll just go over to the sewing machine. I will stitch it down. After stitching this down, this is what my result looks like. Now we're going to flip this to the wrong side. What we are trying to do is to stitch the center part. Now go ahead to arrange this very well. If you arrange it, you're going to be stitching it down with 1/2 inch all the way. So your trouser legs should be matching. If not, there's a mistake while stitching. Now this is the final result of what I have. We are now going to attach a band to this. To cut the band, place your tape and measure right round the waistline of your dress, all the way around, right? This is very important. This is the measurement you'll be using to cut out your band. So whatever you have, what I have is roughly about 45 to 46 inches, right? You add extra 1 inch because you'll be joining the band together. So for the width of this band, what I have is 6 inches. You place it on fold like you see me doing, you will have 3 inches on fold. So why did I cut out 3 inches on fold instead of 2.5 inches on fold? Remember, we took out 2 inches from the waistline of our trouser band. Then I added extra half inch for joining allowance, and then extra half inch for the waistline. We didn't add half inch to the waistline of our band. After that, what you're going to do is to run a clean line of 1 inch all the way right round, and run another 1 inch all the way right round, right? So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have, right? So you notice at the center point now, I did not stitch it all the way to the center. I'll create 2 openings at the center like this, just like you see me do. Notch it open just on one side. Do not let the opening get to the other side of the band, right? After doing that, now you're going to pass your eyelet. Through it like you see me doing, right? You place it and then you fix it. You're going to be putting 2 of it, so you're going to fix it, right? Just like you see me doing. If you notice, I added 2 eyelets at the front, just like I explained. Now the first step is to pass an elastic through the center part, that part that I did not stitch all the way down, like I left open. You're going to pass your elastic. When you pass the elastic and you get to this other side, you bring it out. That is from the middle of the band, right? So you go ahead to tie it. If you have any question at this part, please ask. Go ahead to ask. So I'll just go ahead to tie it. I don't like sewing my elastic. I just feel it's going to tear off. Then I'll now drag it that way. The elastic will now be at that first sewing that we made, right? Now the second part, the next one is to go ahead to pass your rope, which is made from the same fabric, right? So I'm just going to go ahead to pass this, and this is what I have. So just watch me do this. I'll pass the safety pin and I'll use it to pass this all the way around. Now when I get to the other side, I'll go ahead to remove the elastic, remove the safety pin and then pass it back into the hole. So this is what I have. Then I'll now tie the end so that it will not go back to that eyelet, that is, it won't pass back into the eyelet. So after making your elastic band, now you're just going to attach this to the waistline of your trouser. Just go ahead to attach this with half inch, right? After joining, this is what I had after making it. If you have any question, please kindly go ahead to ask. So I had to fit it just to show you the final result. It was slightly jump up because this is not my actual measurements. So if you have any question, please kindly go ahead to ask.